Hey, what's up everybody? BDO44 coming at you another video. Alright, so I got some updates, Lakers stuff. Sure, most people already know it, but I've been dragging along the day, so I hadn't gotten a chance to make a video like this. But a few things the Lakers are doing. We signed Sterling Brown. I believe it was to a 10-day or some equivalent to a 10-day. I don't think we can sign people to 10 days just yet, but whatever the case may be, we're starting to sign players that are eligible to be signed to short non-guaranteed contracts, and I believe that is what he signed to. Now we know the Brown family because we had Shannon Brown on our team for 2 championship teams. I think he had 2 stints with the Lakers. I had a chance to meet him once at the ESPN Zone after a game. In fact, twice I think I got a chance to meet him. Real solid dude. So getting a chance to see his brother play for this team is definitely a big deal for that, for sure. You know, when we consider, Lakers who've played for this team and then getting a chance to see his brother, who's been in the league for a while now and has had some real tough times both on and off the court. I remember there was a situation involving the police, I think it was, where he got into some type of real bad situation where he was in the right, and fortunately enough, it all worked out for him and he's back on the court. So we're just excited to see what he can do for us in the short term, if he can crack the rotation, you know what I mean, and see what he can provide our team. And also, we got Boogie Cousins, who's going to be working out with the team. Hopefully he can sign the same type of deal, which is obviously something we want just off the rip, because Boogie's family. I mean, he didn't put on the uniform but twice. Like, literally. He probably played like a total of 2 games. But he was a part of our championship squad. He was a part of the year before that. And it's one of those situations where he was just kind of a mascot for our squad for like 2 years, where he was very much enriched in what we did, including the NBA championship where he was with us as well. So this is a situation where you finally get a chance to see Boogie actually suit up if we can just get him on the roster. I don't have any problem with that, with his skill set. Even if he can only give us old man Boogie, it's still an extreme upgrade from what we got at our center position. Backup center position, because of course I want Thomas to continue to play and play high level minutes. But if he's going to be replacing Damian Jones, obviously that's a massive upgrade for our roster. Massive upgrade. Even at old, washed, whatever version of himself, even if he can only give us 5 points and 5 assists, that's 5 more assists than we would have got from that position beforehand. So I think this is a phenomenal decision, trying to bring him in, and he should be just signed for the rest of the season off the strip. And, that's really what it is. He can stretch the floor. Obviously, he's Boogie Cousins. Like, he's Boogie Cousins. And this is the thing about Boogie Cousins, I firmly believe. He's one of those people that does not need athleticism to be effective on the basketball floor. He just needs to be in shape and to stop having horrible injuries continue to derail him from his chance of doing so. Last time we saw him on the court, he was playing playoff basketball for a Denver Nuggets team and playing some significant ball with Jokic, and I'm surprised they don't have him on that squad right now, to be dead honest with you. But whatever the case may be, even if he doesn't have nothing to give us, he's still going to give us more than what we have, and that's the point. You could just suit him up. He ain't going to hurt you no more than Damian is. No disrespect to Damian, but let's just be honest. There's nothing Boogie can do that will hurt us at all. not as he plays basketball. He's just simply one of the best players of his generation, and injuries has really derailed him from being able to show that on a consistent basis. But with his history on this team, his history at Anthony Davis, there should be no reason he wasn't on the team already, to be completely honest with you. He should have probably already been here. And so that's just what it is, man. I'm not, you guys know, me personally, I'm a horrible guy to go to when it comes to having the right mentality for signing older guys. I'm the absolute worst person for that. I'm always against signing older guys. And even in this situation, I would have rather the Lakers tried to go with a younger player to fill a roster spot like this. But given our circumstance, when we don't have the talent that we need to compete, and you know how talented DeMarcus Cousins actually is, I just think if he's somewhere in the league and you look at us and what we need, he should probably be playing for us. If he's anywhere, he should be here. So that just makes more sense to me when I look at what he does as a basketball player. When I think about his ability to shoot 3-point shots, he can hit a 3 right now for us. There's no reason DeMarcus Cousins can't hit 35% from behind the arc at this stage in his career. And that's another thing. It's like, because he's so extremely gifted, you can ask him to just be a specialty player. If for some reason I say, okay, what I need DeMarcus Cousins to do is just come in and be a passer for my squad. I don't want him to do anything else but play a Blake Griffin role and draw charges. if for some reason I need him to just do that, he's so intelligent of a basketball player that I can sit him out there for that. I can say, okay, in this situation, I need somebody to play. We need to play a bigger lineups. Maybe I want somebody who can kind of slow me down to a half court setting. And I don't want to go to Damian Jones. I need somebody to stretch the floor a little more. So I can throw Boogie Cousins in for like 15 minutes at a time and get that production. Slap him next to somebody who can kind of complement him in whatever way. Maybe slap him next to Wenyen Gabriel. Slap him next to Thomas Bryant. Maybe have him running the big lineup 4, which is kind of slow. But if you put it in a half court setting, your offense is extremely potent with those 2 big men in the front court. You put LeBron James on the floor and 2 guards that can really do some things. You're going to have some nice short spurts where Boogie's going to help run the score up. So for me, it's like, for who he is and what he does and how gifted he is as a basketball player in multiple areas, which is the difference between bringing him in and maybe some other guys, is that I can put him on the floor as a specialty player and have him doing specific things that the defense doesn't even know I have him out there for. And that's why I would want Boogie Cousins on the floor. If I want to get some lineups where nobody can shoot at all, like the whole lineup can't shoot, I put him at my 5, and now I can stretch the floor. You see what I'm saying? It's to where people think he's going to be coming down there to parking in the paint because I'm playing Boogie Cousins, but that ain't what I got him down there for. I got him down there to give me floor spacing because he's the only person who can shoot, and I want a more defensive lineup with the ability to get rebounds. So these type of things, it's like, it's possible. You know what I mean? You could run him down where with Troy Brown, JTA, Patrick Beverly. You know, it's not the lineup that you would want, obviously. But if nobody can score, he can finish the play. He can be the guy that is the person who hits the shot or takes a good shot. And you can count on him making a tough shot. You know, you can count on him bailing people out, making tough free throws, stuff like that. So for me, I already know what he's good at. One of the great things that Boogie has always been good at is having touch. He has fantastic touch around the rim. His trajectory, his ability to be accurate has always been elite. You know what I mean? Wherever he wants to shoot the ball from, I can pretty much expect it's going in if his legs underneath him. And that's just his talent. So it's like, yo, for me, I didn't really want to bring Carmelo in because I don't think Carmelo can do as many things, obviously, as Boogie can. Carmelo, if his kickstand, his jump shot isn't working, he isn't rebounding, he's not helping. But I don't look at Boogie that way. I remember who Boogie was when he was at his best. He was somebody they said couldn't play defense, but walked away with more defensive stats than anybody in the game. You know, he's one of those. So it's like, anything I want him to do from the 5 position, with the exception of playing D, you know, I don't want him to try to rim protect or nothing like that, but being an offensive center who can either make others better, stretch the floor, get in the paint and bully people with a big body, even though it's, you know, it'd probably be more like second and third units at this point, and in short spurts. But for what we need and for what we're running, yeah, I mean, shoot, there should be no reason why we didn't already have him here. So that's another thing we were talking about. Also, injuries have struck in our team. Troy Brown, of course, he's dealing with a strained left leg of some sort or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but he may not play tonight. And then, of course, we already knew that Lonnie Walker and Austin Reeves were going to be missing tonight. But unfortunately, their injuries are going to cost them a minimum of 2 weeks. So we're going to have some guys missing. So that's another reason why we need to be signing people right now. But this just is what it is. The injury bug has started to bite us. But at the same time, some of the guys who have been playing in those guys' stead have really stepped forward. So hopefully that can continue and the adjustment won't be that difficult because of it. So that's what we're looking at, man. That is what we're looking at. The game starts at 7:30 tonight. We're playing the Hawks. And the Hawks will be trotting in here pretty healthy with the exception of Clint Capella, who we don't expect to be out there. I haven't heard the updates on the injury report, but I am expecting their main guys to be out there. So I ain't heard nothing about our guys at all. I'd imagine Braun is playing, but there's been no update since I made the video. So we're just assuming that we'll go out there with what we have, and hopefully we can get Sterling Brown some minutes out there. You know, see if he can give us something in the short time that we're expecting to have him guaranteed. I hope he can get some minutes. And given the fact that we're down some guards, it may be an opportunity for him to do so, especially if we can get a good lead and maybe have some garbage time. But who knows? You know, a Hawks team is pretty good. I don't expect that necessarily. At any rate, that's pretty much the news right now. That's what I'm aware of. The Lakers are, from what I understand, there's no looming demand from Genie that we don't trade our picks. That's what the latest has been in regards to picks. Whatever concerns people have with the Lakers holding on to those picks for dear life, just know that Genie is willing to move them if the right deal comes along, from what I've just heard. So that's a big deal. We could still be in play for something. Of course, the Vonleh trade shook loose the overall stagnation of the trade market, so we should expect to see some type of movement fall and trickle down soon. So that's what I expect to see, man. This game may determine some of that, depending on how it goes. How well the Lakers play or how bad the Lakers play may determine how much they think they need to fill in their roster spots in the short term. So, we'll see what happens, man. That's pretty much what I got. BDF 44. Thank you all for watching.